Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Farming has been difficult this week, but we're about to kick some fly butt today. It's been raining for a week straight pretty much. We've gotten a little over 3 inches, I think, maybe 3.5 inches of rain in the last 5 or 6 days. And after that, like, the sun just came out today. I don't know what combination that made, but it was like the perfect breeding ground for flies. And they have come out with a vengeance, and the cows are not loving it. If you're new here, we have a dairy farm. We milk 70 cows in a tie stall barn. And when flies get on them, that irritates them and makes milking them very, very difficult. So that's the first thing we're gonna take care of today, and then I have to talk to you guys about the last 24 hours, which have been crazy. We'll get into that in a minute. Right now, I've got to fly spray 70 cows that aren't gonna like it. So we got some kick butt stuff today. I like the name of it. Got pest, get revenge. This is good for dairy cows, good for, you can use it in your barn, like you can spray the walls in your barn and stuff, which we might do. And you can spray your milk room and everything. You obviously have to make sure that you either have no milk in the tank or you make sure your tank is closed very tightly before you spray this, because you don't want that in your milk. But this controls flies and lice and ticks and spiders and all those nasty things. And I call it the kick butt stuff because it is 13.3% permethrin, which is crazy. I mean, there's ones that you can get out there that are only like 1%. And this is the concentrate. I've got 2 gallons of it here, and I mixed it moderately heavy. It said for a bad infestation, you were supposed to use like almost 6 ounces. I did like a moderate, I put 4 ounces per gallon in there. This is a 2-gallon jug, and I put 8 ounces in there. I put a cup in there. So this is just a weed sprayer, and it works really good. We've used this for years. We haven't really used liquid stuff in a while. We used the powder the last couple of years, but the liquid does work. I don't want to say it works better. They're different. I'd rather have the cows getting the powder on them themselves when you put out like a dust bag for them and they walk underneath and get powder on. That works really well. Dusting them when you're dusting them is not a fun job. I'd rather put this on them if I'm going to be doing it myself. So that's what we got this time. We actually picked this up last year and ended up not needing it, but it's still good. The expiration date on it's still fine. But this should be fun because they don't like it, and they also immediately makes them crap, so the barn is going to be a mess after this. But I try to get there. They don't like it usually, but they get used to it after you do it for a second. But I try to get on their hips, on their tail head, a line down each side of their back, and then a line on each side of their neck. Feels them pretty good. Some cows like it, and some cows absolutely hate it. Also, do as I say, not as I do, because you're supposed to be wearing a mask. All my masks got something spilt on them, so I had to throw them away. So I'm going to be using a bandana because this stuff smells awful, and I imagine you're not supposed to be breathing it in. I guess that works. Hopefully it stays. So I got half done, another 35 cows to go. But you can see what I mean about them making an absolute mess. They dance sideways and crap right where they shouldn't, so the barn's gonna be nasty after this. But so I'm gonna go down the other half as quick as I can. I'm pretty proud of myself. We have more anyway, but I think I did not too bad at getting it around halfway, but I think I might still have to get a little bit more, but we got plenty. You're supposed to treat them every 4 weeks, and we have like 3/4 of the bottle left, so we've got plenty. I'll add some more if I need to. I'll show you guys a before and after when I'm done. So this is before. You guys see all the flies on her side there. Nasty. Nighttime milking now, and you can see this is the same cow. She has a few flies right here, but she's barely swishing her tail, just a little bit. So much better. Now it's like not quite 1:30. I just finished mowing a field, a pretty big one. Took me about an hour and a half, I guess, to do this. Somebody asked the last time, because we did this field over here like 8 days ago. Somebody asked how big that was. I don't really know, but the whole section, it goes, there's a bigger piece up back, and then there's some strips of corn and some strips of grass. And I'm pretty sure Brent said that the whole thing is like 50 acres. So it's a pretty big area. But we cut it in sections. I did that over there the other day, obviously, and then I did this, and then we'll do everything up back. So we basically just split it into 3 sections. I'm letting the International cool down for a minute. That way when I get back, I can just shut it down. This field is mostly a combination of Timothy, the oats we planted this spring, and white clover, which is unusual because we have a lot of red clover, but this is like the only field that we had that has white clover in it, and it's everywhere. It's super thick. I'm not really sure why it likes this field so much. Like I said, we don't have it anywhere else. White clover is better for grazing, I believe, and red clover is better for like wrapping it or just chopping it or whatever. But they're both pretty high protein levels, so a good addition to any grass. But you can see there's some here, like I was saying, there's just everywhere in this field, even all the way up back. No clover likes wet and shade, so I'm not really surprised it's down here, but it's all the way back there in the full sun too. This is probably the best I've seen this field look in 5 years, I'd say, probably at least. Really since the last time we had a lot of rain. This field's pretty high and dry, so if it doesn't rain a lot, it doesn't really do well. I did almost get stuck over here in this low corner, but I used the differential lock on the International and I was fine. You can get a long ways with that. Obviously it's not going to be the 4-wheel drive, but it does pretty well considering. I would take you guys over and show you the ruts I made, but I don't know if somebody hit a deer, pushed it in the ditch or what, but it smells nasty over there. So that's what I'm sitting over here, upwind of it. So before I head back, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys was why our day had been so crazy yesterday. It's just been insane week in general between the rain and we're trying to get things done. We did go get sawdust yesterday and I filmed that, so I'm going to insert that video for you guys after this so you can see that. And then after that, everything was normal. We milked. They were really bad last night, the cows. I don't know why. The flies weren't that bad at the time, but they were probably bothering them a little bit. But I don't know, it was just one of those nights. Every once in a while you get one of those nights where all the cows are just kicky. You don't want to be in the barn, and it wasn't hot. I don't really know what was going on. They were pretty awful. Finally got done milking and I was letting all the cows out. Brendan had already gone inside to have his supper and I was headed on my way to have mine. And one of the heifers out in the freestall walked by me. She's one of our closest cows to calving. And she was all humped up and just didn't look right. She looked like she was gonna calve, but I don't know why, but something in me just said, something is wrong. I can't explain it, just the way she looked. This sounds awful, but I could picture her being dead in the morning. I don't know why, just farmer intuition, I guess. So I got her in a stall, I locked her in the free stall. We let our cows calve out on pasture in the summertime. It's the most comfortable for them. So typically I would have let her go and let her be. But I locked her in the free stall so she couldn't go out with everybody else, which was hard. She really wanted to go outside. And then I got her in a stall and she laid down and she started pushing. I stayed there for about a half hour as she started progressing. And then by the time she got the sack out and the front, I could just see one of the feet of the calf. I knew immediately something was wrong. The head was like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like upside down. So the chin was facing up, which first of all, that's a red flag. The head should be like, the nose should be pointed down and the feet should be coming out and the head should be right there. The head was right there, but it was upside down. The second clue was I could not find the other foot. Reached in her with a glove and no matter what I did, I could not find that other foot. I tried pushing the calf back in and trying to twist it around to try to get it to come out the right way. And I wasn't getting anywhere. Every time I would try to push it in, she would push against me. My arms aren't that long, so I was having a hard time doing it anyway. Finally, I called Brent. He came out, and after about 20 minutes, he got the other foot. It was like stuck inside her, like kind of up against her hip, pointed down, so she wouldn't have had it on her own anyway. So we did get that leg up. Backtrack a little bit. When the calf's head first started coming out, its tongue was right there, and its tongue was like the palest color of blue you've ever seen, and I just knew the calf was dead. Usually if you like play with their tongue, because their tongue is usually sticking out, they'll usually like pull their tongue back in or close their mouth or something, and it wasn't doing anything. I already knew that the calf hadn't made it. At that point, we were just trying to get the calf out of her to save her. Luckily, after Brent found the leg, we got the OB chains and we pulled the calf out, which was not easy. It took both of us pulling as hard as we could to get that calf out, her pushing. And we finally got it out. She's okay. She's as good as she can be. She didn't have milk fever or anything. She's inside right now, relaxing in the barn. Brent just took her some of this nice green grass that we just cut. She hasn't cleaned yet, and I'm really not sure that she will since we had to pull the calf out of her. Sometimes when you do that, they don't clean. That can give them an infection and make them sick, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. If she doesn't clean, we'll have to put her on antibiotics, reach into her, try to help her clean, get all that crap out of her. But yeah, that's why sometimes you have to go with your gut. It's too bad about the calf, but she's alive. So, by the way, if you guys watch this channel a lot, it was Frick, one of our Jersey heifers. We had Frick and Frack. They were two we had gotten together. Anyway, I gotta get back to the farm, park the tractor. I might get a couple hours off. So I'm gonna play yesterday for you guys when we had to get sawdust. Before you go, just look at this grass. Look how thick it is. Lots of clover. It's actually not as mature as I thought it was gonna be either. Pretty good stuff. Okay, now you can go. Thomasville, Georgia.
Yeah. Bad. Looks like they graded it. Is that wild man?
I don't think so. No.
Going too slow. He's usually on 2 tires.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta have somebody like wild man. Stuck just up to get done.
Every mill should have a wild man.
Yeah.
You missed the driveway.
I know I did. They need a wild man to get stuff done. I've never driven in this side.
Trying something new. Driving in the other driveway.
Yep.
We're back. So this always costs the same amount every time.
Yep.
Still does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ever since we've been coming here, it's always been the same. It's been the truck they consider a 4-cord load, and it's $135 for a whole load.
Four and a quarter. I think.
4 and a quarter. I don't know.
Maybe 4.5.
I don't know. Maybe it's 4.5. Something like that. 4.5 cord.
What does it say?
It says 4.5.
Yeah.
It's always said the same thing. 4.5 cord yellow cab.
Yeah.
We've been coming here for like what, 8 years, probably. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
8 or 9, probably. They're on lunch, so it's really quiet right now. She got muddy out here with all that rain.
Yeah.
Boy, it's hot.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Whew, there we go.
Probably in for another thunder shower, I bet you.
Oh, I would imagine. He is never going to give up trying to make this corner.
I got it this time.
It's not possible.
Yes, it is.
All right.
I got it this time.
Look at this. I told you. You can't make it. It's not possible.
No, it's not.
That'd be good for the freestyle. Packing the stalls with that.
Yeah. You said this are in pine now?
Yeah. I'm gonna crawl out the window. Dukes of Hazzard style. I think you're right.
What?
Feels weird.
We're not done. We're not done with the crappy weather.
Thunderstorms are upon us.
Ready?
I got my OSHA flip-flops on. One more. I think we've only been here for like 3 minutes. He's so good at that. Look at that, perfectly rounded. Boom.
You okay?
Yeah.
Pull it your way quite a bit. More. That's good.
Watch your eyes. All tarped over. Too bad that something happened to it.
Turn all that stuff like that would be really good for them.
Surprised no one's using it.
Huh?
Said I'm surprised nobody's using it.
No. That's a big deal. I think that's 25 acres. That's going to be 25 acres.
Oh yeah. Back to present day. Just getting ready to let the girls outside. I want to show you how calm everybody is now that the flies aren't bothering. I mean, look, everybody is just like laying down, chilling. Milking was so nice. The bull is over there, so I won't go over, but the heifer that calved, you can see her chain. She's on the other side of the bull eating right now. She's doing all right. Somebody's always got to stop before they go out to give me my goodnight kiss. Good night. Love you. Don't eat my camera. Okay, bye. Thanks for drooling on it. So everyone's outside now. You're probably wondering why the heifer that had just calved was outside already when everybody else was still inside from being milked. We milked her before everybody else, and then we let her outside so that she could go out and eat some hay that we put out because we had a couple bales that were on Brent's lawn and he wanted to mow his lawn, so we wanted to get them out of the way anyway, so we just put them out on the pad. There's still pasture, so it's probably going to take them a few days to eat that, but we just figured we'd give them something and we let her out so that she could eat before everybody else came out, so she doesn't have to go graze when she probably doesn't feel that well anyway. So that's why she was outside already. And I remembered the other thing that made the last couple of days really frustrating. The calves, you know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, I can't remember. There's 4 or 5 heifer calves in the cafeteria. That's what we call the little building off the barn where we keep the calves. One of them, if you watch our videos, I mentioned in the last one, gets picked on by the others, and she's one of the biggest and oldest ones, but she gets picked on and she doesn't get to eat like the rest of them. They push her away, so she's kind of scrawny looking. So I have to keep a really close eye on her. Well, I came in 2 nights ago, I guess it was, and she was laying flat out on the ground, just like laying there. So I went in, got her up. She was bloated. So I stood her up and made her walk around because that gets everything moving in them and it might make them, you know, release some of the gas. So I chased her around for a while and got her moving. I gave her some mineral oil and she's better now, she's fine. But I think what happened was I guess it was the morning before that. Usually I feed them their hay and their grain separately. I'll give them their hay and then they'll eat most of that, and then I'll give them their grain and they'll eat their hay and then they'll all go eat the grain. But I gave them their hay and their grain at the same time that one time. I think what happened was most of the heifers stayed and ate the hay because they're always more excited about the hay. So I think they stayed and ate the hay, and then I think the scrawny one went over and pounded the grain to her, and I think that's why she got bloated. So that just goes to show you how important routine can be with calves. Just changing one thing like that ended up causing a big problem and could have been fatal for her if I hadn't caught it on time. So she's better now. It's been 2 days and she's fine. She acts completely fine. That's been our crazy few days, and now we're trying to work around the rain. The forecast is like ridiculous. It's like 50% chance of rain like every single day. So we're just taking a chance and haying. It sprinkled right after we mowed for like a couple minutes, which isn't a big deal as long as it doesn't just downpour. We're making baleage, so moisture isn't a problem, or you wouldn't think it would be a problem. Baleage gets rained on before you bale it. Cows do not like it at all. I don't know if it changes the taste. It definitely changes the nutrition levels. I think it drains a lot of the goodness out of the hay, especially if you get it downpoured on. But the cows personally just don't like it. They can tell when it's been rained on. They won't eat it. They'll pick around it. They just don't like it. That's been hard to avoid with as much rain as we've been getting, and there's just always a chance of rain like every single day. So it's been basically gambling, trying to figure out when we should hay and when we shouldn't. Nothing new, every farmer deals with that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, keep it real, keep farming, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.